Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Nerds Order Music. Today, our guest is Morbid Sikosis. What's up, dude?
Not much. How you doing today?
Doing good, doing good. Glad you can be here with us tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun time speaking with you here, Zach.
Oh, definitely. Let's get started. So, where did your whole journey into music begin?
I'll take it all the way back. I'd say about high school. That's whenever I knew I was going to be doing something with music. Like before that, I did some mime troupe stuff with my aunt for the church, and I was in the choir with my aunt for the church. And then, like, just messing around at school, we'd we'd have little ciphers or whatever in the lunchroom. But then high school came, and it was like I had to do something other than getting in trouble with my friends. And me and a couple friends decided to start a band, and it never really came into fruition to a full band, but it ended up with just me here today. So it helped me get where I'm at.
Well, hey, that's good. Stepping stones, man, gets you a long way. All right, let's see. So, what inspired the name Morbid Sikosis?
That's actually it's very it's a funny story, but it's like the stupidest thing ever. 'Cause, all right, well, it was me or my old guitarist and a friend of mine's dad who had drums, and we would jam with him all the time. And he was like, if y'all's gonna have a band, or if we're gonna have a band, we got to come up with a name. And I think the three of us are pretty morbid people, so we'll start off with that. And we couldn't really think of nothing. And at the time, was kind of still in high school, transitioning out of high school. My book bag had Slipknot written on it in whiteout, but I had taken the red Sharpie and colored in like every other letter to where it ended up spelling out sicko or SIKO. And I was like, why don't we just add a SIS, and it sounds like a disease. Let's roll with that. And they thought about it for a couple minutes. We smoked a bowl, and then it was like, yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Fucking awesome. Dude, I love Slipknot. That's great.
Yeah, I plan on going to see them in October.
Dude, I need to see them live so badly. I want to.
Yeah, first time I've seen Slipknot live, I was in like 10th grade, and it was like their first time in Pittsburgh because their first actual show got canceled because of weather or something.
Right.
And I was actually able to make it to the show because before I wouldn't have been able to make it. So I made it to that. It was pretty fresh. Got to meet them all without their mask.
That's amazing. I would love to see them live. Now I'm a little envious, lucky bastard. All right, my next question is: when did you sign on with? I can't speak English today. Goodness, when did you sign on with Brutal Business?
I think it was like I want to say like the summer of 2018, and yeah, since then, and like they've always been loving and caring and supportive of everyone that comes through there. And yeah, they've always shown mad love since I've been on the label, and that's pretty cool. Um, we genuinely try to push each other further than what we push ourselves. So I like being there.
Oh, I like that. And yeah, like I can tell with Pat, like he is super supportive, and the love is all in the label. Oh, I need to get one of those. Where can I buy one? But not like Pat is a dream worker, man.
Yeah, I think Pat got the medallions, but yeah, no, he's a workhorse. He is a workhorse. He got a couple different projects, and then he's running the label. He does a lot of things, and things come together.
For sure. Like I have so much respect for him and Dakota because they both got me like where I am now. With like all the bands they send me to work with, it's been amazing. And you meet a lot of fun friends doing this.
That's what's up.
Like honestly, if it wasn't for Pat and Dakota, I wouldn't even hit my 50 milestone yet. I would have
Well,
been way behind. They are miracle workers by all means. All
yeah,
right. My next question is, what is your songwriting process like?
it changes sometimes. Sometimes it's all in the mood. Sometimes it's very, very spontaneous and random. Um, Fist of Fury, since you mentioned that earlier, I actually wrote part of that verse on my way back from Jamaica, like years ago. Um, we had we had missed our shuttle to get to the other airport because customs did some bullshit to where we had to wait there for a car to get driven from Pennsylvania to New York to pick us up. And on our way back from driving back from New York, I just started jotting down some lines. I was like, I gotta write something to commemorate this moment. And it just so happened to be that. More recently, it's been like Father's Day. I wrote something just from seeing the title of a new snack product or something, and it was like, oh, let me start writing. The other night, I was a little pissed off about something, and I came down from that pissed off high, and it was like, well, I'm still gonna be a little pissed off, and then I just started writing about it. Well, not about it, but just some of the things that pissed me off, and so yeah, it's ever changing. I used to just like freestyle a couple bars, write down those bars, and then as I'm writing those bars, new bars come up. So I write those down. So I was calling it freestyle writing. But I do that. I always will do that. But it always changes different circumstances or situations or just something random will spark some inspiration.
That's great. Like you can find inspiration from the weirdest things. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like there's one group I worked with a while back. She got one of her song inspirations because a plum fell on her head and she wrote this amazing song involving it. I'm like, what the hell? But it sounds so good. It's from like one of my favorite albums by her. So I'm just like, it comes from the weirdest places.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to write a song about how I almost cut my middle finger off.
Ooh. Without that, you can't flip anyone off anymore. You kind of need that finger, man. It's the famous fuck you finger.
As soon as it healed, that was like the first thing I did. I tested it out a little bit, walked it around the block.
Hold on, guys. I gotta test my new finger out. Yep, it works good again. That's awesome. That's funny as shit. I'm glad that must have hurt like a son of a bitch, though.
Oh yeah, it did. It hurt more healing just because you could feel the tissue coming together.
Yeah. Dang. All right, my next question is, who would you love to collaborate with the most, whether it be on a stage or in a studio or both?
Oh man, sheesh. Truthfully, damn, that brings us back to Slipknot. I wouldn't mind doing something with Corey Taylor. Either Corey Taylor, Isham, or Brother Lynch Hung. Those would be dream collabs for me. Whether on stage or in the studio on a song, like yeah, that would be pretty dope.
That's awesome, dude. Honestly, just meeting them would be more than enough for me. But like, I totally get it from a performer or from a composer's point of view. I totally get that.
Hell yeah.
It's amazing.
Then I wouldn't mind working with like Travis Barker either to set up like a drum line for either of those people on the track with me.
Nice. I mean, either way, it turned out amazing.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome, dude. Let's see. My next question is, well, what is next for your music project here? Like future releases, anything you want to give out to the audience, to the fans?
Well, I'm actually working on a EP with the homie Paranoid, who's also featured on that Fist of Fury track.
Ooh.
We plan on doing like 5 or 6 songs together. Some of it's going to be his production, some of it's going to be other production. Um, Figured to do something together because the track we did, we did 2 tracks together last year, and they both came out pretty decent. We liked the way our chemistry was. I also plan on working with someone else. I'm not doing that for like an EP together. I'm not going to reveal that yet, though. And then while I'm working on that EP with Paranoid, I'm also working on tracks for an upcoming album. Not sure when it's going to be released yet.
Ooh, now you got me excited. I always get excited about this sort of stuff because like it's awesome seeing the groups you work with like grow and just keep getting better and better. It's such a fun experience for me.
Hell yeah.
All right. I think my last question of the evening is, do you have any questions for me?
Oh hell yeah, man. Like, what made you get into this aspect of it?
Well, without music, I'd be dead right now. Music got me out of suicide and it got me back on the road to recovery. And I wanted to give back so badly, and I decided to start this up.
Cool, cool. Like the EP, Blood, Sweat, and Years. If you listen to it in its full, from beginning to end, it's it's basically depression. It's the sound of depression.
I will
And
give it a listen tonight for sure.
with that, it's just the way I release and cope with depression, and that's my therapy is making music to where hopefully it's helpful with other people in their depression. And yeah, no, music is why I do music because it's beautiful. It can touch you in many ways, just like you just said.
It's powerful. Like music is a very, very powerful healing mechanism, and it's beautiful. Honestly, if I would love to work with the group who saved me. I would love to speak with them someday on this. Like, I worked with a group who has worked with them, which was amazing in itself. I just hope I can get them in here too one of these days.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fresh.
Oh man,
What's your your favorite 3 genres of music?
hard one. I'm a big metalhead.
Okay.
I love rock, and I've been getting into hip hop more lately because of Brutal Business and a few people I've worked with. Because I used to never get near hip hop because rap kind of ruined a lot of stuff for me.
Hmm.
Because modern rap isn't as good as it used to be. It's hard to find like meaningful stuff. But
True.
ever since I started exploring Brutal Business and a bunch of other stuff I've been finding that meaningful stuff now again in rap. So I've been listening to a lot of rap again.
That's what's up, man.
You just gotta find the right artists.
Yeah, I'd go with metal, hip hop, and country. I don't really listen to a lot of country, but those 3 genres are very intertwined in like without knowing it. So yeah, I dig that.
I mean, same thing goes for metal with classical. Like people don't know how intertwined those two are.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you can hear a lot of the melodies, even within death metal. You can hear a lot of the
yeah.
melodies because some death metal ain't all doom and gloom. Some of it has like really clean vocals too, like with a mixture of hard and clean vocals. It's amazing.
Here's a death metal band you should check out. I went to school with the bassist. I don't know how long he was the bassist, but I know he was like the bassist from like 2001, 2000, all the way up until like now. But they had a different bassist before him. It's called Shattered Soul.
I actually think I've heard of them.
It's like a real rhythmic death metal.
Shattered Soul, right? Yeah, I think I've heard of them actually.
Okay, cool. Yeah, they were a little more nationwide than some acts that that are underground.
Yeah, because that name, it sounds extremely familiar to me. It does. Like I'm trying to put my finger on it. It just sounds way too familiar. I'll definitely have to look it up again later to see if it like draws back any flashbacks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the band that saved me though, that was a group called Currents. They're actually from my state, and I didn't know that until I did some more research on them. I'm like, wait, really? But yeah, the song Shattered. When I first heard that, I had regrettably a blade to my neck, and I said one last song before I go out. Fuck it, just see what my phone plays. Hit random, and that played, and I just sat through it all, and I'm like, like it spoke to me. And
Cool.
then here I am now.
You said Currents?
Yep, Currents.
Thank you. For this young man, because that is beautiful, and it is beautiful being able to have a conversation with this young man here. So thank you, Currents.
I would love to work with them someday. Like if I do, I'm probably gonna cry on camera if I'm being totally honest.
Hey, sometimes the mood just takes you.
It really does. It really does. Like I said before, music is powerful, and I love how a lot of people don't realize that, but at the same time, a lot of other people do. It's like mixed, and the only way for people to understand it is when they go through it.
Yeah.
Which is a sad reality, but it also helps a lot with awakening one's mind.
All right. And my next question is horror or comedy?
Comedy.
I dig it. It's hard for me to make that choice, so I usually just go with horror comedy.
Oh, those are great too. Those are really good too. Like Scary Movie. What's up? Oh, that never gets old.
One of my favorite horror comedies is the Feast trilogy.
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, it has Josh Blue, Jason Mewes, Henry fucking Rollins,
Oh, that's always good.
Tretch from Naughty by Nature. It's got some faces in there.
I'll have to look into it.
Yeah, check that out.
I'll definitely look into that today when I have the time.
And all right, this will be my last one. Beer, weed, or straight edge?
I honestly just don't. I don't really do any of that stuff personally. Like I never have. Music is my drug.
You will love a song that I will drop this out there for the fans and all that. I'm making a song about how music is a drug and how I'm addicted to it. So you will love that.
Oh, I'm gonna have that on replay for days.
So yeah.
You know, like music is my fucking drug, dude. Like I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do any of that. All I gotta do is put the headphones on and I am good.
So yeah, I'm gonna try to make this song feel like you're in an altered reality type state too. So
Now I'm fucking excited as hell, dude. Mind my cursing. But now I'm like really pumped for this.
like I'm focusing some writing on it right now. That's a different process for that writing because I found a concept, so I'm trying to stay within that concept and have it detailed. So
Sure. Dude, now you got me so excited. I can't wait to hear that when it drops. I really can't wait to hear it.
I'll make sure I send it to you first. Like before it's released, I'll send it to you first.
Dude, thank you so much. I'm gonna love it. This has been awesome, man. Thank you so much. I'm glad we finally got to have this conversation.
Oh hell yeah. I like to get to be able to chat and talk about things. This was very, very comfy. It stopped me from thinking about how I got food sitting here ready to eat it.
Oh man, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Like I try to make these fun. I say screw professionalism. I like to do these for fun. Like I try to make these entertaining. I don't try to like do this by the book. Hell with that. I just like to make these fun for both me and the person I'm working with.
Yeah, yeah. No, you keep it up, man. I'll tell you what, you'll definitely make your mark in this world, especially doing this.
I'm glad. My biggest goal here is to help as many musicians as I can. That is my biggest goal with this project.
Sweet. I'll make sure when this drops, I do my fair share of promotion for it. I dropped off my own promotion for my music for
Did we leave off? I'm trying to think. You're mentioning something about promotion or something like that.
Oh yeah, I had dropped off promoting my EP because of life. I just didn't have time to get online and do it, but I'll definitely be promoting that whenever it drops and anything else.
I'll try to be dropping this as soon as possible. Actually, like I'm gonna do all the editing for all 3 interviews in like the same day and just post them all as a side-by-side showcase. So once that's done, I'll let you know.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I think this is the end of the episode. I think we're all good here.
Yep.
All right, this has been another Nerds Order Music. Today, our guest was Morbid Sikosis. Have an awesome day, dude.
Yeah, you too. Shout out to BBE Brutal Business Entertainment. Zachary Williams. He's a fine young man. He does his thing on these interviews. Y'all keep a lookout for him. He's gonna have way more interviews for y'all from way more artists.
Thank you very much, man. Have an awesome evening.
You too. Enjoy yours.
I eat you alive in front of your family, ho. I think it's funny in that video you had a vest on. You a blooper, not a shooter, you can't get the best off. If you sleeping on me, they gon' find you at a rest stop. Bitch, I'm eating rabbits and you looking like a restaurant. Dangerous, better give me a cage, a straight jacket or something. I'm fucking insane, I might fuck around and show up at WMA's. Bitch, I'll shoot for the stars while they standing on stage. All I ever felt was pain, thoughts of blade face across my brain like veins. Make it rain, paint the place red so all the blood that sprayed won't stain. Hey, y'all got a chainsaw, make a brain slog, chop until your name's gone. Feed them to the dang dog, but I'll change y'all, make your shape shift. You ain't real, you a real bitch, make shit, what you bang on.
I was a youngin', I was stuck and I was gone. Mama and my daddy knew that something was very wrong. Everybody tried to tell them that I never got medicated. Dangerous, strange slang is what you lames get strangled with.
The my fury, the fury in my fist. Better bring the heat if you wanna live through this bitch. These bitches getting crazy, gotta throw my hands daily. I know it shouldn't be this way, but that's how y'all made me.
This is the danger. This is the danger.
That's how y'all made me.
This is the danger. This is the danger. This is the danger. This is the danger. This is the danger.
That's how y'all made me.
This is the danger.
That's how y'all made me.
This is the danger. This is the danger. This is the danger.
That's how y'all made me.
This is the danger. This is the dangerous group. This is the dangerous group. This is the dangerous group. This is